As an I2C manager, I have to keep my finger on the pulse of multiple teams, regions, and processes. Each day, my role is to review and adapt each of my process areas where applicable to meet my company's business needs and objectives. One day, I could be reviewing invoice delivery channels, and the next, adapting cash application rules or bank accounts. Today, however, I want to review the current cash position and activities each of my credit teams around the world are doing. Knowing our year end is approaching, I plan to adapt my collection strategies and segments as required. Let's start with my benchmark. All of the data used across my entire process is consolidated into dashboards which are underpinned by Sidetrade's data lake. This means I am provided with a true 360-degree view of my company's current efforts. Not much has changed here. My team still need to globally improve average days to pay by 10 days in order to reach best in class. Hey ho, another day at the office. So now I go deeper. I open the analytics menu, and here Sidetrade provide me with a very detailed set of reports and dashboards which allow me to drill down into all of the main I2C KPIs. These are out of the box reports as well as reports I have built to track my own targets. Let's check globally how I'm doing against the KPIs set by my management in a report I built. Here are some of the key measures across the I2C organisation. June was particularly bad this year from all three metrics. Let's see if it follows the same pattern in France and the UK. It does, so this may be related to the holiday season in Europe. Next, I'm going to check my cash forecast. My company uses the Pareto method, and as you can see, this confirms that 80% of my revenue comes from my top 20 customers. Because of this distribution, we decided to set two main objectives within our collection strategies that are managed by Amy, Sidetrade's AI. Strategy 1 is for the large balances. Here we set Amy an objective to focus on large amounts, but not forgetting late payment. Strategy 2 is for high volume, low balances. Here, Amy focuses on dunning automation and prioritises activities that collect the most amount of payments based on the available team resource. This report is great for forecasting the results these strategies will yield. See here, I plan to collect 6,891k by the end of the month. But I want to check one more thing, how the collection team activity levels are trending to manage the outcome of these strategies. Here I can see that over the last 30 days, the team have not been completing all of their actions, leading to a large delay in manual actions. My team are achieving, on average, 50% of actions assigned. Even if Amy is trying to balance the workload of my team, it seems the objectives we have set are causing volumes of manual tasks that cannot be completed. More automation is needed. I'm starting to develop a theory on what needs to be done to optimize performance. I just want to check a few different reporting insights to prove I'm right. Using this report, I see how collection is performing against their targets, and I discover that customers with more than 100k overdue are starting to pay me late. That solves it. Let's go to admin. The report confirmed that I needed to adapt the objective weighing Amy is following for this, my default strategy. Changing this will apply more focus on automation in the lower balances and increase focus on collecting large balances in the large accounts. So there we have it. That's collection dealt with. I'll monitor the improvements in the coming days. Next, on to credit. Immediately, I see on the heat map we have a problem with the credit lines in the US and Russia, where debtors as a whole are close to their credit limit. The US is red, so will be my priority today. As I can see from the table, the order release processing is within our SLAs. So the credit lines could be due to a number of other reasons, such as late payments, disputes not being resolved, credit limits expiring, or my auto increase rules are too stringent. I'm going to set a call with the credit manager in the US and make a data-driven review using my reporting tool. To get me started, I'm going to add a filter on dispute types and how these sit within the credit thresholds. I go to Edit and edit the dashboard and add in a worksheet I've already created. It's called Disputes Pie. This allows me to filter on dispute types across the worksheets, giving me more insight on this subject. Finally, I'll remove the business unit because we are going to be focused on the US as a whole.